But first, let's just ask this question. Think about it. We spend so much of our work lives collaborating, right? But how do you really know if all those interactions are effective? Are you truly making progress, or are you just talking in circles? It's a tough one. All right, so the first big idea in the ACCORD system is to start with the end in mind. This is a really key shift. It's not about just managing tasks. It's about actively orchestrating your outcomes. So what exactly is an outcome? Well, you can think of it as your project's North Star. It's not just design the new website. It's the result you're aiming for, like launch a user-friendly website that increases conversions by 20%. Everything you do, every meeting you have, connects back to that bigger why. So we've got our big picture outcome. Now what? The next step is to start capturing all those day-to-day activities that are supposed to get us there. And in Accord, these are called interplays. So an interplay is basically any interaction where you're trying to move the needle. It could be that big brainstorming session, a weekly project review, a client call, heck, even a really focused planning chat on Slack. These are the actual building blocks of your progress.
And this is a really important distinction to make. You have a task, right? That's the what, like design a campaign. But the interplays, those are the how. They're the specific individual events, like the campaign kickoff meeting or the budget review, that actually get that task done. One task can have tons of interplays.
And setting one up, it's ridiculously easy. Honestly, it's just like creating a calendar invite. You give it a name, pick a time, add the people involved, the players, and then you just link it back to that big picture outcome we talked about. Hit save, and you're good to go.
We get to the real heart of the system. This is where the magic happens. After an interplay is over, every single person who was there gives their feedback through something called a microscore. It's designed to be super fast, totally private, and incredibly powerful.
So after every one of these interactions, you get prompted to answer just 6 quick questions. This isn't some deep philosophical review. It's just a simple pulse check on how that meeting or workshop felt from your point of view. And the whole process, it's designed to take you just 12 seconds. Seriously, it's not another survey you have to dread filling out. It's just a super quick, frictionless way to capture your immediate gut reaction right after you leave the room. And here is the absolute key to making this whole thing work. Your individual score is 100% private. Nobody else on your team can see how you voted. And that's huge, right? Because it means you can be totally honest and share what you really think without worrying about what anyone else is going to say. The process couldn't be simpler. You just click Play Now on the Interplay, you pick a score from 1 to 9 for each question, and boom, you're done. It's all about capturing your real, authentic perspective in that moment before you have time to overthink it. So, you've got all these private little scores from everyone on the team. What happens now? Well, this is the payoff. This is where all those individual perspectives get transformed into a clear, collective picture of your project's health. All those private scores get rolled up anonymously to create something called an interlink. You should think of an interlink like a real-time health report for your project. It shows you exactly how you're progressing towards that big outcome based on how the team is collectively feeling about the work. And those combined scores give you this really simple, color-coded breakdown. You can see at a glance if you're hitting excellence or if maybe some major issues are starting to pop up. And the goal here is not to point fingers. It's about spotting problems early so the team can talk about it and figure out how to get back on track.
And look, it's really important to remember that these scores are going to go up and down. That's totally normal. A really tough planning session might lead to a lower score, but that's actually valuable information. The system is all about embracing the real, sometimes messy process of working together.
So, when you put it all together, what does this actually give you? Well, it's about creating a clear, data-driven path to hitting your goals. At the end of the day, Accord takes all those subjective feelings, the I think that meeting went well, and it turns them into objective, guiding data. It gives your team a shared language and a constant pulse check on how you're really doing. It's just a powerful way to bring some clarity to the beautiful chaos of teamwork by making the invisible visible. So the only question left is, what's the first big outcome you would want to orchestrate?